Hi everybody and welcome to my channel, and here are my predictions for this weekend's Premiership matches. Well, let's start with tomorrow's match, Aston Villa versus Newcastle. Well, at the moment Villa are 6th and of course Newcastle are 3rd. Both these teams are having a great season this time. At the start of the season I did predict that Villa would struggle this season, but that proved me wrong, and as for Newcastle, they proved everybody wrong. Of course, all the money they've spent on players, they might well be playing Champions League football next season. Well, anyway, Villa have won 14, lost 11. Newcastle have won 15 and they've lost only 3. This is going to be a bit of a tight match, I think, this one. This one I'm going to go for Villa 2, Newcastle 3. I'm going to go for Newcastle to win 3-2. Chelsea versus Brighton. Well, Chelsea are 11th and Brighton are 7th. Brighton are another team that are having a great season, and as for Chelsea, all that money they've spent, it's hasn't seemed to make any difference. And of course they've got Frank Lampard there to the end of the season, and they lost to Real Madrid the other night in the Champions League. Everybody on Sky Sports News seems to think that Chelsea are going to win it, but I don't think they will. I can't see them Chelsea overturning a two-goal lead to Real Madrid. It's going to take a spectacular collapse by Madrid for Chelsea to do that. I can't see Chelsea managing to turn that over. Anyway, Chelsea have won 10, lost 11. Brighton have won 13 and lost 8. Like I said, this is not going to be an easy game for Chelsea. I'm going to go for Chelsea 0, Brighton. I'm going to go for Brighton to win 1-0. Of course, Chelsea lost last weekend to Wolves. I predicted that match for Chelsea to win, but they didn't. Anyway, I'm going to go for Brighton to win 1-0. Everton versus Fulham. Well, Everton are 17th and Fulham, they're 10th. And of course, Everton are not clear of the relegation zone yet. There's still plenty of games to go before the end of the season. And Fulham, well, they seem to be dropping down the table of late. They were about 7th at the start of the season, but like I said, they've dropped down the table. It looks like they're going to finish in mid-table. Looks like it, Fulham. Anyway, Everton have won 6, lost 15. Fulham have won 11 and lost 12. This one I'm going to go for Everton 2, Fulham 0. Everton to win 2-0. Southampton versus Crystal Palace. Well, of course, Southampton are bottom and Crystal Palace, they're now 12th. Of course, Southampton lost last weekend, Saturday, to Manchester City. And Crystal Palace, well, they beat Leeds 5-1 on Sunday. They say Crystal Palace were 1-0 down at half time. 1-1 at half time. Nobody saw the second half display they coming. And of course, Southampton have won 6 and lost 19. It's easy to see why Southampton are where they are. And Crystal Palace, well, they haven't done too good. They've only won 8 and lost 13. This one I'm going to go for Southampton 1. Southampton 1, Crystal Palace 3. I'm going to go for Crystal Palace to win 3-1. Tottenham versus Bournemouth. Bournemouth at the moment are 15th, and of course Tottenham are 5th. And of course Tottenham will be looking for a new coach in the summer. And as for Bournemouth, will they still be playing in the Premier League next season? Tottenham have won 16 and they've lost 9. Bournemouth have won 8 and lost 16. Of course, Tottenham won last weekend against Brighton. This one I'm going to go for Tottenham 2, Bournemouth 2. I'm going to go for a draw, 2-2. Wolves versus Brentford. Wolves are 13th, and of course Brentford, they are 9th. You can see, it's easy to see why Wolves are not having such a good season. And Brentford, they're having a great season. They're 9th, and I wouldn't be surprised if they don't finish there. I think they'll finish there, Brentford. Wolves have only won 8 and lost 15. Brentford have won 10 and lost 7. Of course, this is not going to be an easy game for Wolves. I'm going to go for Wolves 0. Brentford 2. Brentford to win 2-0. Manchester City versus Leicester. Of course, Manchester second and Leicester are second from bottom. And of course, Manchester City beat Bayern Munich in the week. And Leicester, of course, they lost last weekend. Manchester City have won 21, lost 4. Leicester have won 7 and lost 19. And of course, they've got Dean Smith has just been appointed as Leicester's caretaker manager till the end of the season. I don't think it's going to make any difference, really. I think Leicester are going to be relegated. I just can't see how Leicester are going to get out of this. They're going to have to go on an amazing run from now till the end of the season if they want to stop up, but I can't see it happening. I think they'll go down along with Southampton. And I can't see them getting anything tomorrow against Manchester City, but you never know. They could shock Manchester City, go and beat them, but I don't think so. I'm going to go for Manchester City 5, Leicester 0. West Ham versus Arsenal. West Ham are 14th, and of course Arsenal are top. West Ham beat Fulham last weekend, and Arsenal, of course, went to Liverpool and drew 2-2. West Ham have won 8, lost 15. Arsenal, of course, have won 23 and only lost 3. Yeah, and in this one, I'm going to go for West Ham 0. Arsenal. I'm going to go for Arsenal to win 3-0. I did predict last week that Arsenal would beat Liverpool, but they drew. But this one, I'm going to go for Arsenal to win 3-0. Nottingham Forest versus Man United. Well, of course, Forest are third from bottom, and Manchester United, they are 4th. Nottingham Forest are another team who are struggling. And of course, Man United didn't have a very good start to the season, but Erik ten Hag has soon turned that around. As for Forest, I did predict them to go back down, and I'm going to stick with that prediction. I think Southampton, Leicester and Forest are going to be the 3 to go down. But like I said, there's still a long way to go, and lots of football still to be played from now to the end of May. Forest have won 6, lost 15. You can understand why Forest are struggling, and of course Man United have won 17 and only lost 7. But you never know. Forest could catch Man United on an off day, but very unlikely. Anyway, I'm going to go for Nottingham Forest 0, Manchester United 2. And finally, Monday's match, Leeds versus Liverpool. Leeds are 16th, and Liverpool, well, they're 8th, and it looks like they're not. They're going to look like they're going to have one of the worst seasons ever, Liverpool. And of course, Leeds are still recovering from that 5-1 defeat they had on Sunday against Crystal Palace. You can see, it's easy to see why Leeds are struggling like they am. They've only won 7 and lost 15. Liverpool have won 12 and lost 9. I did predict at the start of the season that Leeds would be one of the teams to go down. I think they might just survive, Leeds. Like I said, there's still plenty of football to be played. This one, I'm going to go for Leeds 0, Liverpool 2. I'm going to go for a Liverpool win. Liverpool to win 2-0. Well, that's the end of my predictions for this weekend's Premiership matches. Like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you all again in another